Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Slate. Today we are going to be doing the adjustment on the gears racing. We're going to start with the rear, then we're going to work on the front. The way they actually have an adjustment is actually slightly different than what I'm used to. I normally do the preload first, then I end up dealing with the rebound and then the compression. The way they have it done is the preload is actually done after, which is kind of weird, but anyways, so we're going to kind of walk over, we'll just kind of explain it a little bit first. So down here at this little bolt here, that is actually your height adjustment. You can actually do slight, I think it's 1 mil to 5 mil, and that will be your adjustment for that. Your rebound is going to be positive clicks. You're going to hear the click. And I believe there's 14 of them. Compression is also going to be the same. Again, little clicks. You're going to feel that. It's not as loud as the other one. And of course, your preload is, there's a little screw. It's like a lock ring at your plus sign. That plus sign is a 2 millimeter hex. And that will loosen that off. Once you loosen that off, then you can start turning it. And they do give you a spanner wrench for it, so then you can actually dial it through. That's the rear adjustment. The front is going to be slightly different. You're going to have your preload on both sides. That's going to be done with a 15 mil and then a 3 mil hex. Your rebound on the left side, and of course your compression on the right. Okay, and I believe there's about 15 markers on that. We're going to confirm that. Okay, so I'm actually wrong. So the dampening up front is so the rebound is 24 clicks, plus and minus clicks, right? And then the compression is 24 clicks plus and minus rear shocks. So that's just kind of explaining to you the height adjustment. Again, if you're going to be doing that, you're going to want to put some Loctite. And again, it's 5 mil. What they have is for the rear, they want you to do rebound, compression, and then spring preload. And again, they give you all of this information, some warnings on after installation, again, potential O-rings that look like they're leaking, but they're actually not, but just a bunch of things that you should kind of know, right? Rebound adjustments. So on this one, it's actually the dial, 15 levels, 14 clicks. And again, the compression also has the same. Okay, so basically, I've already set this up, but what I normally do is I set it up so then it's about halfway as far as your rebound. Now understand that compression you actually can't do until you're actually riding. Again, I level it out to be at about midway, and then I adjust it from there. So compression is basically when you're hitting bumps and stuff like that, the compression of it, right? Rebound is what you get, and that one we can show you how to do that at the static position. Preload you can actually do also here at static. You can test that. Now you can do that with a zip tie. If you do that with a zip tie, all you're going to do is you're going to push this. You're going to put a zip tie down at the bottom here, and then as you just put it on rest, you're going to see the static. That's the weight of the weight of the bike. What you want to do is sit on it and see how far it comes down. You can adjust it from there. Again, the nice thing about having fully adjustable suspension is you can play with these things, right? Through your adjustments. When you're doing adjustments, again, front or rear, all you're basically doing is there's like a pin, and that pin is literally just kind of pushing through the hole, which makes it more of a restriction. It's almost like a dam, right? So you're adding resistance, or you're controlling the flow of that. The more control of the flow, again, the stiffer it'll be. Now, the problem with rebound, when we're actually dealing with it, because we're going to actually do the rebound first, is when you do the rebound, you're going to want it to come up fast. You don't want to be bouncing, but you want it to come up, but not slowly. If you come up slowly, then of course, when you hit the bump, you hit a bump, it's going to go, and then it's just going to keep on cutting, and going slower and slower, and then you're going to bottom out the suspension pretty much. I'm going to borrow you for a second. I'm going to get you to just put it up. So we're going to push it up. All you're going to do is hold the front brake. You got that straight? Okay, so anything you do on the left side, you're going to do on the right. Okay, so again, what we've done is we're going to go and zero it out. Okay, we're going to go all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 spots there. Oh, 14 spots. 14 clicks, there's 15 spots. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, we'll actually try it at the bottom as far as it goes, and then you can see the difference. Same thing on this side. So we're going to go down all the way to the back, or all the way to the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do positive. So we're going to go that way for positive. 1, all the way. All right, same thing. Okay, so we're going to come down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We're down at 7, 5, 6, 7. Again, compression, you're going to have to do on the road. I set it up again halfway up. Same thing, adjustment, 15 markers, 14 clicks, and we're going to end up setting it up down in the middle. The preload is for basically the weight, so the weight of the rider. I have it set up already for me. When you order these, they actually ask you your weight. They do set it up, but again, if I'm going to add anything, I'm going to add any like passengers or whatever, that's when you're going to want to adjust that, right? With that 2 mil Allen, and then that loosens up the lock, and then you turn it with the spanner, and the spanner's here. That spanner actually goes on here, but it also does the bottom section. As far as this thing, it will lock out the actual bottom as well, so it does give you a couple adjustments. So again, compressing it, again, it does tell you coming, you know, counterclockwise is going to be removing preload, and clockwise is adding. Okay, so that's that. And then of course you go to your trusty friend and say thank you very much. So pretty much that's the basics of the rear setup. The front is actually easier in my opinion. Again, with your preload, you do have to use a little chubby 15 mil, okay? And of course I do half turns, right? So you're going to do all the way around or a quarter turn because of the fairing, right? So I would just go from like this little marker here to this marker to here. So if we go here, and then you're going to turn, that would be 1/4, right? Just basically like a clock, right? I hope you can see that. Preload on the left hand side and the right hand side, you have to do both at the same time. It's pretty straightforward. And then rebound is on your left hand side. Left hand side, you're going to want to adjust in the parking lot. Now to do that, it is just, again, I just have like a little socket. It does not take much to do, and you can hear the audible click, all right? You can feel it. Again, all the way this way, so counterclockwise is negative, positive is going through, and you can literally see when you're dialing it in. So we'll bring it all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll feel it come all the way there. You're gonna not try and go anything. I mean, this is just hands. You're not using a wrench or anything, and you'll see that it's all the way back up. Now that is opening up the valve, so there's no movement, right? Or that pin is all the way out, so there's no dam there. So basically you're basically just controlling a pin, a dam, if you may. It will come all the way down. So if you can see this, it's all the way up. You're going to come all the way down, and you'll see it actually go down. So if you can see, it's all the way down. So that's just you're pushing that pin. So again, we're going to go all the way back, and that's all the way off. So we're going to do the same thing here. Hopefully you can see this. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to move the bike up. So move the bike up, right? Again, foot on the, or hand on the brake. And all you're going to be doing is pushing straight down with the actual forks. Again, not with your weight on it. You're just going to sit there and you're just going to push down, and you'll see it move, right? So, okay. Hopefully you can see this. But again, we're going to go all the way to the other side too, just to see the difference. So we're going to just, and you just push it and kind of hold it. Hopefully you can see on that camera that it actually slowly comes up. Okay, so again, we set it up at halfway. What you're going to want to do is have it come up and then rest. So the actual suspension you're going to have come up and then down. So it comes up and rest. If it comes up in like 2 bounces, it's too much, pushing it further in. Again, if it's too slow to come up, then you're going to have problems with that as well. Again, same thing with the rear. You're gonna jack up the front. We're going to count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so we're 24, right? So we're going to come all the way down to 12, and then we're going to check that out. 10, 11, 12. That's halfway. And so we're going to fine tune it and whatever after. It does take a little bit of time to do, but once you have the front and the rear set up, then you can actually do it. Again, fine tuning it takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. If you set it kind of in the mid-range, it's pretty easy to kind of adjust from there. Again, I've already adjusted it, but now I'm going to have to adjust it again because I literally just went and zeroed it out again. But so they actually do come with all that information and stuff for you, and again, this comes all in the box. It comes with all the things, and it does take a little bit of time to kind of get used to it. But if you're not comfortable enough actually doing this, you can take it to like a bike shop or whatever, and they actually will do that for you. Typically it costs about $100 or $150 around there to actually set it up to kind of be in the zero. But again, your weight is going to change it, so if you're going to get into this type of stuff, you should really kind of figure it out a little bit. But there's lots of literature and stuff like that, lots of different companies that will give you information on that, and I mean, it's worth the time to do that. Anyways, if you like this channel, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.